Hi there. We are back again with PMP exam practice questions. I am your host, Mark. We would appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. To those who have already subscribed, thank you. You keep us going. Let's get into the questions. 1. An Agile approach can alleviate issues caused by high uncertainty. Which of the following is an example of a pain point that Agile addresses in this scenario? Select 3. A. Lack of team collaboration. B. Unclear requirements. C. High team turnover. D. Frequent changes in priorities. Answer: A, B, D. Explanation: Agile focuses on collaboration, adapting to unclear or evolving requirements, and responding to changing priorities. High team turnover is a separate organizational issue and not directly addressed by Agile. 2. A hybrid project is struggling with unclear customer expectations and frequent changes in scope. What practices could the project manager implement to manage these issues? Select 2. A. Increase documentation to capture scope changes. B. Use backlog refinement sessions to clarify requirements. C. Implement a predictive approach for scope management. D. Facilitate workshops to align stakeholders on deliverables. Answer: B, D. Explanation: Backlog refinement and stakeholder workshops are essential for addressing unclear expectations and aligning the team. Predictive approaches and excessive documentation may hinder flexibility in a hybrid project. 3. An Agile team struggles to maintain high velocity due to a lack of cross-functional skills. What should the project manager do first? A. Reassign tasks to balance the workload. B. Schedule cross-training sessions for the team. C. Escalate the issue to the product owner. D. Reduce the sprint scope to match the team's skill set. Answer: B. Explanation: Cross-functional teams are critical for Agile success. Training ensures team members can handle a variety of tasks, improving velocity over time. 4. During a predictive project, the project manager realizes that the baseline schedule is no longer valid due to external delays. What is the next step? A. Submit a change request to revise the baseline. B. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. C. Adjust the schedule without formal approval. D. Halt work until a new schedule is approved. Answer: A. Explanation: In predictive projects, changes to baselines require formal change requests to ensure alignment with stakeholders. 5. A team member suggests adding a new feature during a sprint to improve the product's marketability. What should the project manager do? A. Add the feature to the sprint backlog if it fits. B. Defer the feature to the next sprint for evaluation. C. Reject the suggestion to avoid scope creep. D. Escalate the suggestion to the product owner. Answer: B. Explanation: Agile emphasizes evaluating changes in future sprints to ensure alignment with goals and priorities. 6. An external vendor consistently fails to meet delivery deadlines in a hybrid project. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Terminate the vendor contract. B. Implement a mitigation plan to minimize disruptions. C. Escalate the issue to the procurement office. D. Reassign tasks to internal resources. Answer B. Explanation. Mitigation planning ensures that vendor-related risks are managed effectively to reduce project delays. 7. A stakeholder introduces a new high-priority requirement in the execution phase of a predictive project. What should the project manager do first? A. Implement the change to maintain stakeholder satisfaction. B. Conduct an impact analysis on scope, cost, and schedule. C. Escalate the request to the steering committee. D. Document the change request without implementation. Answer B. Explanation. Impact analysis ensures informed decision-making about changes in predictive environments. 8. An Agile team discovers a significant defect in a feature deployed in the previous sprint. What is the best course of action? A. Fix the defect in the current sprint. B. Add the defect to the backlog for prioritization. C. Escalate the defect to the product owner. D. Delay the current sprint to fix the defect immediately. Answer B. Explanation. Agile prioritizes issues through backlog refinement to maintain focus on current sprint objectives. 9. A project manager in a hybrid project identifies that external regulatory changes might increase compliance costs. What should the project manager do first? A. Escalate the issue to the compliance officer. B. Assess the impact of the changes on the project budget and timeline. C. Notify stakeholders of potential cost overruns. D. Adjust the cost baseline to reflect the changes. Answer B. Explanation. Understanding the impact of regulatory changes ensures the project manager can make informed recommendations. 10. An Agile project team receives conflicting feedback from two key stakeholders during iteration planning. How should the project manager resolve this? A. Escalate the conflict to the sponsor. B. Conduct a stakeholder workshop to align expectations. C. Prioritize the feedback from the higher-ranking stakeholder. D. Delay planning until the conflict is resolved. Answer B. Explanation. Aligning stakeholder expectations through collaboration is critical in Agile environments. 11. A critical stakeholder withdraws support for an Agile project midway through execution. What should the project manager do first? A. Escalate the issue to the product owner. B. Conduct a stakeholder engagement session to address concerns. C. Remove the stakeholder from decision-making processes. D. Delay the project until stakeholder support is regained. Answer B. Explanation. Stakeholder engagement ensures concerns are addressed and alignment is restored. 12. A hybrid project faces delays due to incomplete requirements gathered during initiation. What is the best course of action for the project manager? A. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. B. Conduct a backlog refinement session to clarify requirements. C. Adjust the project timeline to accommodate delays. D. Cancel the project due to insufficient information. Answer B. Explanation. Backlog refinement is an iterative process that helps address unclear requirements in hybrid projects. 13. During execution, a project team discovers that their deliverable does not meet the client's stated requirements. What should the project manager do first? A. Request a change to the scope baseline. B. Perform a root cause analysis to determine the issue. C. Escalate the issue to the client. D. Implement corrective action immediately. Answer B. Explanation. Root cause analysis identifies the underlying problem before implementing corrective actions. 14. An Agile team identifies a risk of missing their sprint goal due to a dependency on an external vendor. What is the best immediate action? A. Escalate the risk to the sponsor. B. Conduct a risk assessment and adjust the sprint backlog. C. Replace the external vendor with an internal resource. D. Cancel the sprint until the dependency is resolved. Answer B. Explanation. Risk assessment allows the team to adapt and prioritize deliverables that are independent of the vendor. 15. A new compliance regulation is introduced, requiring changes to the project deliverables. What should the project manager do first? A. Submit a change request for the compliance updates. B. Halt all project work until the changes are approved. C. Assess the impact of the regulation on the project scope and schedule. D. Update the risk register to include compliance risks. Answer C. Explanation. Assessing the impact ensures that the changes are managed effectively without derailing the project. 16. A project in its execution phase is experiencing budget overruns due to fluctuating material costs. What is the best course of action for the project manager? A. Update the budget baseline to account for cost fluctuations. B. Perform a cost variance analysis and communicate findings to stakeholders. C. Request additional contingency funds from the sponsor. D. Switch to lower-cost materials to reduce expenses. Answer B. Explanation. Variance analysis provides insights into the root cause of overruns, enabling informed decision-making. 17. During a sprint review, the client requests additional functionality that was not part of the initial requirements. What should the project manager do? A. Reject the request to prevent scope creep. B. Add the functionality to the next sprint backlog. C. Escalate the request to the product owner. D. Adjust the current sprint goals to include the new functionality. Answer B. Explanation. Agile frameworks accommodate changes by prioritizing them in future iterations. 18. A project team in a hybrid environment struggles to maintain communication across multiple time zones. What should the project manager do to resolve this issue? A. Require all team members to work in the same time zone. B. Implement asynchronous communication tools to enhance collaboration. C. Reduce the number of team members to simplify coordination. D. Escalate the issue to senior management for resolution. Answer B. Explanation. Asynchronous communication tools are essential for addressing challenges in distributed teams. 19. A client expresses dissatisfaction with the progress of deliverables during a hybrid project. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. B. Organize a stakeholder review meeting to gather feedback. C. Accelerate the project schedule to satisfy the client. D. Adjust the scope to include additional deliverables. Answer: B. Explanation. Stakeholder review meetings ensure client concerns are addressed and alignment is maintained. 20. A key team member resigns during a critical phase of a predictive project. What should the project manager do first? A. Delay the project timeline until a replacement is hired. B. Reassign tasks to other team members based on the resource management plan. C. Escalate the issue to the sponsor for additional resources. D. Adjust the project scope to reduce workload. Answer: B. Explanation. Reassigning tasks ensures project continuity without significant delays. 21. A new policy change requires project documentation to comply with stricter auditing standards. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Update the project documentation to meet the new standards. B. Conduct a compliance impact assessment. C. Escalate the issue to the compliance department. D. Delay project deliverables until compliance is confirmed. Answer: B. Explanation. Conducting an impact assessment ensures the PM understands how the changes affect the project before proceeding. 22. During a hybrid project, an external stakeholder demands changes to the deliverables that conflict with organizational policies. What should the project manager do? A. Escalate the issue to senior management. B. Facilitate a stakeholder meeting to discuss alignment. C. Incorporate the requested changes to satisfy the stakeholder. D. Reject the request and proceed with the project plan. Answer: B. Explanation. Engaging stakeholders through collaboration ensures alignment while adhering to organizational policies. 23. A team member suggests automating a manual process to improve efficiency during an Agile project. What is the best course of action? A. Add the automation task to the backlog for prioritization. B. Implement the automation immediately to improve efficiency. C. Reject the suggestion to avoid delays in current deliverables. D. Escalate the suggestion to the product owner for approval. Answer: A. Explanation. Agile practices allow for prioritizing improvements in the backlog for future iterations. 24. A construction project is delayed due to unexpected weather conditions. What should the project manager do first? A. Update the risk register to include weather delays. B. Revise the project schedule to reflect the delay. C. Notify stakeholders about potential project delays. D. Develop a contingency plan to address the delays. Answer: D. Explanation. Developing a contingency plan ensures that unforeseen risks are addressed effectively. 25. A vendor's bankruptcy affects the delivery of critical materials for a project. What is the project manager's best response? A. Escalate the issue to the sponsor. B. Identify and onboard an alternative supplier. C. Halt the project until a solution is found. D. Notify stakeholders about the impact on deliverables. Answer B. Explanation. Identifying alternative suppliers ensures project continuity despite external disruptions. 26. An Agile team is struggling with a lack of clarity in user stories. What should the project manager do first? A. Rewrite the user stories to add more detail. B. Organize a backlog refinement session with the product owner. C. Escalate the issue to the stakeholders. D. Proceed with the sprint to avoid delays. Answer B. Explanation. Backlog refinement ensures user stories are well defined and understood by the team. 27. A client requests expedited delivery of a key feature in a hybrid project. What is the project manager's first step? A. Revise the project schedule to prioritize the feature. B. Conduct an impact analysis to determine feasibility. C. Escalate the request to the sponsor. D. Inform the client that changes are not possible. Answer B. Explanation. Impact analysis ensures that the feasibility of changes is evaluated before implementation. 28. During execution, the team discovers a dependency that could delay the project schedule. What should the project manager do next? A. Update the schedule baseline to reflect the delay. B. Escalate the issue to senior management. C. Add the dependency to the risk register and analyze impact. D. Notify stakeholders about the delay. Answer C. Explanation. Documenting the dependency in the risk register ensures it is tracked and managed appropriately. 29. An external audit finds gaps in compliance documentation for a project. What should the project manager do first? A. Halt the project until compliance issues are resolved. B. Perform a root cause analysis to identify the source of the gaps. C. Notify stakeholders about the audit findings. D. Update the compliance documentation to address the gaps. Answer B. Explanation. Root cause analysis identifies the source of compliance issues, enabling effective resolution. 30. A team member in a hybrid project consistently fails to meet deadlines due to unclear task assignments. What is the best action for the project manager? A. Escalate the issue to the sponsor. B. Provide additional training to the team member. C. Clarify task expectations and responsibilities. D. Reassign tasks to other team members. Answer C. Explanation. Clear task expectations help ensure accountability and improve performance. 31. A project team discovers that the planned procurement approach will no longer meet the schedule due to vendor constraints. What should the project manager do first? A. Notify stakeholders about the delay. B. Perform a risk analysis and update the procurement plan. C. Escalate the issue to the procurement office. D. Request additional resources to accelerate the schedule. Answer: B. Explanation. Performing a risk analysis ensures that the impact of the vendor issue is understood, and a revised procurement plan can be created to mitigate the problem. 32. An Agile team notices that their sprint velocity has dropped significantly. What is the most likely cause? A. Team members are unclear about sprint goals. B. Stakeholders are frequently attending daily stand-ups. C. The team size has increased. D. User stories are not well defined. Answer: D. Explanation. Poorly defined user stories lead to inefficiencies in task completion, negatively impacting sprint velocity. 33. During execution, a key stakeholder questions the relevance of certain deliverables to the business goals. What should the project manager do first? A. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. B. Facilitate a workshop to review business objectives and align deliverables. C. Adjust the deliverables to match the stakeholders' expectations. D. Halt work on the deliverables until consensus is reached. Answer: B. Explanation. Workshops ensure alignment between stakeholders and project objectives, addressing concerns collaboratively. 34. A change in government policy requires additional compliance training for the project team. What is the project manager's best course of action? A. Include compliance training in the next sprint backlog. B. Update the resource management plan to include training activities. C. Escalate the requirement to the project sponsor. D. Delay the project until the training is complete. Answer: B. Explanation. Updating the resource management plan ensures that compliance training is incorporated without delaying the project. 35. A client in a hybrid project insists on delivering an MVP earlier than planned. What should the project manager do first? A. Adjust the project schedule to prioritize MVP delivery. B. Conduct an impact analysis to evaluate the feasibility. C. Escalate the request to the steering committee. D. Reject the request to avoid scope creep. Answer: B. Explanation. Impact analysis ensures the feasibility of delivering the MVP earlier without compromising project objectives. 36. During a predictive project, the project manager identifies a gap in stakeholder communication that may cause delays. What is the best immediate action? A. Update the communication management plan. B. Notify stakeholders about the potential delays. C. Conduct a stakeholder engagement meeting to improve communication. D. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor. Answer: C. Explanation. Proactive engagement ensures that communication gaps are resolved collaboratively, minimizing delays. 37. An external risk threatens the supply chain for a construction project. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Notify stakeholders of potential supply chain disruptions. B. Develop a contingency plan to address the risk. C. Request additional funds to mitigate supply chain delays. D. Reassess the project schedule to accommodate delays. Answer. B. Explanation. Contingency planning ensures that the project is prepared to respond to supply chain risks. 38. A product owner prioritizes user stories that conflict with the technical capabilities of the development team. What should the project manager do? A. Reassign the stories to a different team. B. Discuss the technical challenges with the product owner. C. Escalate the issue to the Agile coach. D. Delay the stories until the team's skills improve. Answer. B. Explanation. Collaboration between the product owner and the team ensures that priorities align with technical feasibility. 39. A hybrid project experiences scope creep due to frequent stakeholder change requests. What should the project manager do to regain control? A. Escalate the issue to the steering committee. B. Implement a formal change control process. C. Limit stakeholder involvement in project decisions. D. Adjust the schedule to accommodate the changes. Answer. B. Explanation. A formal change control process ensures that changes are evaluated and approved before implementation. 40. The project team discovers a high-severity defect in a critical deliverable. What should the project manager do first? A. Halt all project activities until the defect is resolved. B. Perform a root cause analysis to identify the source of the defect. C. Notify stakeholders about the defect. D. Implement a corrective action plan immediately. Answer. B. Explanation. Root cause analysis ensures that the defect is understood and addressed effectively. 41. A senior stakeholder disagrees with the prioritization of features in an Agile project. How should the project manager address this? A. Adjust the backlog to satisfy the stakeholder. B. Escalate the disagreement to the sponsor. C. Facilitate a prioritization workshop with stakeholders. D. Proceed with the existing backlog priorities. Answer. C. Explanation. Workshops ensure consensus among stakeholders and align priorities with project goals. 42. A competitor launches a similar product before the project is completed. What should the project manager do first? A. Expedite the project schedule to match the competitor's timeline. B. Conduct a market analysis to assess the impact. C. Add additional features to the project scope. D. Notify stakeholders about the competitive threat. Answer. B. Explanation. Market analysis ensures that the project's value and strategy remain relevant despite competition. 43. A team in an Agile project struggles to complete tasks due to lack of collaboration. What is the best course of action for the project manager? A. Reassign tasks to balance the workload. B. Conduct a team-building activity to improve collaboration. C. Escalate the issue to the product owner. D. Extend sprint durations to allow more time. Answer: B. Explanation. Team building activities address collaboration issues and improve productivity. 44. During execution, a client requests additional deliverables that were not part of the contract. What should the project manager do? A. Escalate the request to the sponsor. B. Reject the request to prevent scope creep. C. Evaluate the impact and negotiate a change order. D. Include the deliverables to maintain client satisfaction. Answer: C. Explanation. Negotiating a change order ensures that additional deliverables are managed appropriately. 45. A new stakeholder joins the project and questions its alignment with organizational goals. What should the project manager do first? A. Update the stakeholder engagement plan. B. Review the business case to validate alignment. C. Escalate the issue to senior management. D. Conduct a workshop to onboard the stakeholder. Answer: B. Explanation. Reviewing the business case confirms alignment with organizational goals and addresses concerns. 46. A hybrid project faces frequent disruptions due to external dependencies. What is the best course of action? A. Escalate the issue to the sponsor. B. Develop a risk mitigation plan for external dependencies. C. Notify stakeholders about potential delays. D. Replace external dependencies with internal resources. Answer: B. Explanation. Risk mitigation ensures that external dependencies are managed effectively to minimize disruptions. 47. A government agency imposes stricter quality standards mid-project. What should the project manager do first? A. Notify stakeholders about the new standards. B. Assess the impact of the standards on project deliverables. C. Update the quality management plan to include the new standards. D. Escalate the issue to the sponsor. Answer: B. Explanation. Assessing impact ensures that the project manager understands how the changes affect deliverables. 48. A team member identifies a process improvement opportunity that could reduce costs. What should the project manager do? A. Implement the improvement immediately to save costs. B. Evaluate the improvement and present it to stakeholders. C. Add the improvement to the lessons learned register. D. Escalate the suggestion to senior management. Answer: B. Explanation. Evaluating the improvement ensures it aligns with project objectives before implementation. 49. A client requests a feature that conflicts with regulatory requirements. What is the project manager's best response? A. Reject the feature to ensure compliance. B. Include the feature with adjustments for compliance. C. Escalate the request to the regulatory department. D. Conduct an impact analysis and discuss alternatives with the client. Answer: D. Explanation. Impact analysis and discussions with the client ensure compliance while exploring feasible alternatives. 50. A predictive project's milestones are consistently missed due to poor risk management. What should the project manager do first? A. Update the risk register with missed milestones. B. Conduct a risk management workshop to identify gaps. C. Escalate the issue to senior management. D. Adjust the project schedule to reflect delays. Answer: B. Explanation. Risk workshops help identify and address gaps in risk management, preventing future milestone delays.